They told us to give a disclaimer. The views expressed on this podcast are those of the podcasters, any guests, and do not reflect any of the management, owners, sponsorships, or employees of thereof. Pretty much, if you're soft, don't listen to this podcast.
One thing I pride myself on is just being the same and trying to look out for my folks along the way.
Like, even with all these, big things happening, like, you still mad humble, and you still, like, you have enough clout now where you could easily be like, I'm not fucking with this, I'm not fucking with that.
Oh yeah, motherfuckers, it's on. Unrestricted Podcast listeners, thank you so much for clicking play. Because of you, those numbers are going up, up, and up. And if you want to help support this podcast, this show, go on to my website, allrock.com, ALLRAWK. If you want to make a monetary donation, buy a t-shirt, buy a crew neck, got hoodies up there. If you buy it now, we're almost to hoodie season. So by the time you get it, it's already hoodie season, to be honest. It's like 50, 40 degrees here in Salt Lake City in the morning. So go make a monetary donation. If you don't, I know it's hard out here. Your boy's struggling himself. I got 3 kids, but it's free to show love. Share, like, comment, all that good stuff. Today I got a very special guest across from me, a first timer on the Unrestricted Podcast. I got my man Dominico Salas on the mic. I had to tell him to get rid of the gum.
That's true.
You don't do this podcasting thing too often, huh?
No. Every once in a while, people are like, "You want to be on?" And I save it just for you.
Oh, I appreciate that. Get up on that mic. I'm really surprised about that because, like, out of everybody, and Dom is a fighter. I don't want to say just an MMA fighter. You are a fighter. You are a fighter's fighter. And one thing about this fighting community is that I feel like if there's top 5, like, you're number 1 as far as personality goes. Like, you have like the best personality out of everybody.
I'm okay. My personality's okay.
Can you give us one good morning, motherfuckers?
All right.
Because you do this every morning.
Woo! Let's go. Good morning, you sexy motherfuckers. Let's get it, boy. Woo!
That's what gets me pumped every morning. I'm on Instagram. I'm like, oh, here we go. It's Dom.
Well, and I've been slacking on it because I don't want it to be like too just there all the time. And so people message me. They're like, where's my message? Where's my message? I need it. I was like, all right, give me a couple days. Let me, some days you feel it, some days you don't. But I love that everyone reaches out to me and they like my rambunctiousness, my loudness.
Yeah.
I'm not scared to make myself look like a fool, to make other people feel good and look and be happy. So
that's what I love about your personality. So that's why when you say you don't do this often, I'm like, Dom, you're a personality. You should have your own podcast. Like, you should have your own show where you're talking to these fighters and whatnot, because your personality shines. Like, you make people feel comfortable, in an industry and in a circle that isn't always, it doesn't fit. It's really intimidating, right? Yeah. Hanging out with guys that bash each other's face in for a living.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm blessed to do what I do. Yeah. I'm glad I got a good personality, people say. But yeah, being a fighter and then telling people I fight, and they're like, well, you look like a fighter, but I don't know, you're too happy, you smile. It's like, because I fight. I get to release everything. And I'm super blessed because I coach, I teach, so I corner my fighters. I help them try to get better. I always deal with new people. People hit me up all the time, like, how do I start? What do I do? And I always tell people, where do you live? And I'm always like, preferably go to the gym closest to you because you're more likely to be consistent. If you want to get the goals you want, you got to be consistent. You got to put in the hard work, but I'm biased. Come to my gym, the Pit SLC. That's we're downtown. We're by the ballpark. So, but like I said, as long as you get started, it's not the community here, especially in Utah, man. We got a great community of fighters and people that are just hobbyists, jiu-jitsu people, like wrestlers. I mean, we're really blessed to be where we're at and the great people that are around this state.
Yeah, I think you guys struck gold. Ramsey's the owner-operator, right?
Yep, Ramsey's the owner.
I don't know if he knew what was going to be happening, because you guys been there, 4 years?
5 years, I think we've been open now.
It was right before the pandemic, I swear.
Yeah, right before, and then we were doing great. Pandemic hit, and then they were like, you can't have... It was crazy. You had to have masks, and people can't be by 10 feet within each other. We couldn't have 2 classes because it was nice because we had a kids class going and an adult fitness class. So, the mom and dad could work out while, teaching their kids. But that's life, baby. Life happens. Sometimes you gotta call an audible. You gotta just adapt. And, the spot we were at, it was good. But I actually like the spot we're at now, closer to the ballpark.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he struck gold because I don't know if he knew the future, but that area, the ballpark area, as much as it's in a transition phase right now, right? And it's about to be something very, very special.
It's gonna blow up.
So he's in a perfect spot. You got that? Did you see the new event center that's gonna be right across the street?
Yeah, that's crazy. And because I was like, oh man, we're losing the baseball people because they always park at the gym.
Yeah, but
it's funny because we'll open up the garage and then they'll kind of pay. I'm like, you can just pay $5 instead of watching baseball. You can watch us fight.
It's perfect though. I think whatever they do with the ballpark, I'm not sure what's gonna happen with the ballpark. I think this is their last season there.
Last season.
I don't know if it's gonna be condos or whatever, but whatever it is, there's gonna be more people, right? And that's what the gym needs.
I agree. I hear that they might turn it into like something for concerts.
An amphitheater?
Amphitheater. I mean, which would be cool.
Hell yeah.
Remember Summer Jams used to be there back in the day. Yeah. And so I'm sure they can make it into something cool. I mean, do we really need any more condos in that area?
I don't know, man. And we need more affordable condos. That's what we need.
Exactly, man. Housing is crazy, man.
I have 3 kids and I'm in a 2-bedroom and I'm like, damn, like even that's hard to afford. And the places that I can't afford, they say I don't qualify because I make too much. And the places that I can't afford, they say, hey, go ahead, you qualify. But I'm gonna be struggling if I go there, I
know.
So it's an ongoing battle. So while we need more, but we need affordable more.
Exactly. Like, share, subscribe, buy a T-shirt. This man needs to get a bigger spot, new car, pay for college for his kids. Come on, let's get it, guys. We can make this happen.
That's right. So Dom, let's start from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
Born and raised in Utah?
Born and raised Utah, Salt Lake City. Grew up in Glendale.
10-4.
10-4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've been here. Everyone always asks me, am I from somewhere else? But no, I'm here.
Yeah.
Local boy.
So, how was early life? How was early life growing up, as far as like household?
Just like probably most people that grew up in the area we grew up in, it was good. Was it perfect? No, we never had perfect childhoods. I grew up around gangbangers, grew up around hustlers, drug addicts, What's nice is I was able to miss all that. I was able to slip and roll and not get caught up in gangs, not get caught up in drugs. So I've been really blessed. My dad was a biker. My mom was a mom, but she was also a biker too. And, they raised me.
Come up close to that mic.
They raised me the best they could. And I'm very grateful. Like, my mom's still alive. My dad passed away when I was like 15. So I was on my own at 16 years old. Kind of had to try to work and go to school. And then school fell by the side because you have to work and you have to pay bills. Mm-hmm. I had to pay rent at, 16 years old. But I think it made me stronger. Growing up, my mom beat my ass. I think that made me strong. Just going through trials and tribulations. We all go through them, and just don't take the L. Take the standing count if you have to, and get up and you fight your battles again. It's not how many times you get knocked down; it's how many times you get back up.
That's right.
And
did you? Are you only child?
No, I got 3 older brothers, but they're half brothers.
Gotcha.
So,
dad's side?
1 on my mom's side, and then 2 on my dad's side. My oldest brother unfortunately passed away. Unfortunately, drugs, that's the name of the game when you play that game. So
I can relate.
Yeah, and it's sad, man. And it's not nothing I wish upon anyone, but while you have a chance with your friends, family members, anyone, just let them know you love them, because you never know when God calls our number, when it's time for us to go. Just try not to have regret. So what was nice, we had a little falling out. And then, a couple months before, we kind of hashed things out. Not like talking hash out, but it was like we see each other. We just kept it cordial. So I'm glad we were able to at least get that closure. So yeah.
Did he ever see you fight?
Yeah, he did see me fight. He didn't see it live, but he's heard and seen videos. Same thing with some of my cousins that were in prison. They come out, they're like, man, you're a fighter. I'm like, I know. I followed my dream. And that's what I tell people, man. If you have something in your heart, whether it's music, art, starting a business, being a fighter, being a professional wrestler, whatever it is, God didn't put that in anyone else's mind or heart. Put it in your heart. So make sure you chase your dreams, because what's the worst that's going to happen?
You learn.
Exactly. And then you get experiences. You know, it's like Kobe said, it's not the destination. It's the way getting up to the destination. Like, you know, winning championships is good, but being there every day and learning and growing, that's part of it, man. And this is the blessed thing is, man, I've been around, I've met so many great people, yourself included, my coach Ramsey, Court McGee, Marco Sanchez, Kent Mafaleo, Julian Ruiz. These are people that are like, you know, my team. Mm-hmm. And it's so rewarding to like be on your grind, work for so many years, and then, you know, you look up and then you're like, I have great people around me. I've developed a skill that not very many people develop. And so I'm super blessed, man. And I love my folks, my peoples. I don't get to see all my peoples all the time because sometimes, you know, fight game, I always tell people, not one team lasts forever. Mm. People stop fighting. People go to different gyms. People move, you know. So be appreciative of the team you have now. And I tell that to my young fighters, my young amateurs. Like, be grateful for what we have. You know, it could be a couple years you're in the UFC and you're like, man, I had a great team. And so, yeah.
Do you it sounds like you look back and you reflect a lot. How long did it take you to reflect on the things that you have, like the good gentleman that you mentioned? How often do you do that? And when did you realize that you need to smell the roses?
I try to do that a lot. I think I've been on this really a self-improvement path. I broke up with my baby mamas. You know, we ain't together no more. And, you know, anytime something like that happens, because we were together so long, you kind of looking like, well, who am I? What am I in this crazy world? Like, you know, because you tend to cater to other people. Sometimes you cater to other people and you don't take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. So during the time that I've had to myself, I've really been trying to do self-improvement. Not the TikTok, I'm strong, and no, I've actually been like reading, trying to go to therapy, just understanding myself and how I am. And the nice thing is, I know I'm a lovable guy. I love everyone until you give me a reason not to love you. But then I'll just cut you off. Like, I'm not gonna be ill will. I'm not gonna talk bad about you. But if you're in my life for a reason. And I feel that at least I can make you smile. Mm-hmm. You know, I can bring a smile to your face, some joy. As I said, if I got to be a little goofy to get you feeling comfortable, if I got to make myself look like a fool, I look like a fool all the time. So I don't care if I can make someone smile just like that, cracking a joke. I went to the Westerner Saturday. Second time there, not really my scene. Had a great time. I didn't drink. We went out there for a couple teammates' birthday parties, and I had a great time. I did a backspin on their line dance floor and did the worm and like
yeah.
And then it was cool, you know. People are like, "Who's this crazy guy?"
Did you hit the bull?
I did.
How'd you do?
Pretty bad.
Oh, about 2 seconds, 3 seconds?
Not that long. Well, because it started moving, I kind of fell off and then adjusted, and then and I did like a barrel roll off. It looked cool at least. Everyone was like, ah.
Yeah.
So it was a great time. And that's all I'm really about. Like, there's time for hard work and dedication, but smell your roses, man, because like I said, you never know when your number's gonna get called.
It's true. It's very true.
I like having fun. I like people having fun around me. I just like the good vibes. And I just want to, you know, it's my desire to inspire. And if I have to inspire someone, it's a balance. Time to be serious, but time to have fun. And let's have fun, man.
Yeah. When you were in grade school and the teacher brought around the little form that said, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? What did Don put on there?
I wanted to be a professional wrestler.
Really?
I wanted to be WWF, not the E, the F. That's how old school I am. Just because, as a kid, you play around a lot, you move around, Yeah, I think that's probably what I put down. And then it was a professional skateboarder, and then a great graffiti artist. And then, your hobbies change as you get older. But it's funny. I like being an entertainer. It's like when people come out to see me fight, I put on a show.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone believes. I believe in God. But when I pray, like, I don't necessarily pray that I'm going to win, I'm going to kill him. I pray for both of our safeties. I pray to put on a good show because people spend hard-earned money. Times are tough out here, so I get it. You spend $50, $100, $200 on a ticket, you want a show.
Yeah.
Now, my coaches are like, just don't let him punch you in the face. I'm like, come on. People like that.
He's
I'm
like,
no, they don't.
I don't care. We're going.
So I that's why I try not to just get punched and do the Homer Simpson. Remember when Homer was a boxer?
Yep.
Just let people tee off on him, get tired and nudge him over.
Yeah.
Not doing that anymore. But I can still entertain. I'm going to bring energy. I'm going to make sure that it's a good time. And afterwards, doesn't matter. I've done it before. I've had 2 black eyes looking like a raccoon within 5 minutes, walked around the whole arena because anyone that spent money, even if they didn't buy a ticket from me, I want to make sure they see, or it could be a kid, 10 years old. I see him now, I say, hey, I shake his hand, and, he's in the UFC 10 years, 20 years from now,
Well, I know my son loves it. Anytime he sees you, Kent, like Zeke,
he like, comes up.
Yeah.
And now he's boxing, dude. I see the videos, dude. He's killing it.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Dude, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of you for being such a good dad and, like, listening to and putting him into, like, those things. Because that's one thing I didn't get as a kid. I didn't get the sports. I didn't get the extracurricular. So that's why I skateboard. That's why I went watched wrestling and hung out with friends. But it's nice when, parents, and you're a good parent and you look out for your kid, and your kid is awesome. Every time I see him, I'm like, sometimes I'll see you first, sometimes I'll see him first. So, every time after fights, I come and make sure I say hi to you guys.
He appreciates it, and I do too. I think that as much as you guys, I don't know how you guys look at yourselves. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if you're just like, oh, this is a fight, it's just locals. I don't know how you guys view that, or if you view it as like, I'm entertaining and I'm inspiring. Because as much as you're entertaining me, you're inspiring guys like my son, who has a future in whatever he wants, which could be boxing, which could be MMA, could be wrestling. He's really big into wrestling. It could be whatever. So I hope that guys like yourself that are in this career, you have a huge fight coming up on Saturday, BKFC. We'll talk more about that soon. Oh, Friday, my bad. Friday. Oh, yeah, it's the 6th.
Yeah,
Fierce
6th.
is the 7th.
Yes.
So, yeah, Friday the 6th. We'll talk more about the BKFC fight. But I want you guys to understand that, like, yes, as much as you guys, this is your own career. You're the only one in that cage fighting. At the same time, you guys are inspiring a whole lot of people outside that cage. You're motivating a whole lot of people outside that cage, So keep that in mind to all the fighters. So I want to backtrack just a little bit. You said the first thing that you put down was a wrestler, a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go that route? And if not, and second question to that is, when this career is done of fighting, whenever that is, would you want to jump back into pro wrestling? Because we have a really big and great professional wrestling company here, Devotion Championship Wrestling, who bring guys like Eric Bischoff, guys from ECW, like real big names, and they're getting opportunities to go to like the King of the Rings, the GCW. So why did you stop chasing that dream, and would you ever want to circle back and possibly perform?
I mean, I've never done professional wrestling before. I was like I was a fan, just like how MMA turned me into the fighter I am. I was a fan. We used to wrestle as kids, remember the bubbles? We'd all have a cage match or whatever, we're in 5th, 6th grade. I just think what it was is I got older, I watched wrestling, and then we get a little bit older, get into Glendale, the middle school years, and it's not as cool as it was when you were younger. No, it's funny now, like junior high, high school, even adults, like they love it. And it's not like, oh, you're watching wrestling. That's weird. Like, you know, you have different friend groups. They're not into it. And it's like, I just got a little older, kind of fell by the wayside, got into skateboarding, got into other things, but I've always checked in on it. It's funny. It's like I don't watch it as much, but I'll check in at. I know Roman Reigns, and you know I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Oh, it's so
the
good
Uso
right now.
brothers.
Oh.
I mean, I know, but I
So
know they all
good.
separated. But
Yeah.
and when The Rock came back, and you know the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, I'm liking it. Like
you know what's going on.
so I'm not a super diehard like I was, but I know I got my finger on the pulse a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, I tell people all the time, if you want to be a professional wrestler, it doesn't matter your age. I started 28 years old training. That's old. Most people are starting to think about retiring or getting in the UFC. Like, I started late. I was like 280 pounds, almost 300 pounds.
Your heaviest.
And I've fought at 155. I fought Mitch Ramirez for amateur title for Steel Fist at 155. And Mitch is one of my boys, and we fought. I've gone to Vegas, trained with him. He's in the UFC right now. He's doing great things. Like, he's the gold standard of hard work, dedication, motivation gets you to the top. Me, that's something I've been working on, is the discipline in between and the hard work. Definitely, I have that in me, but sometimes I got to get a contract sometimes to sign that and then be really dedicated. So in between my fights now, that's why I'm loving coaching. I'm loving training because it keeps me in this. And I'm sure you've seen me at the fights. I am the loud one. That's why people want me in their corner, because I am loud and I get passionate because I care about my folks. I mean, even if I've cornered people that I've never trained them before anything, I just tell them I want 4 things: chin down, hands up, straight punches. If you're going to kick or wrestle, you know, set it up. Keep it basic, but I believe in anyone. I believe anyone, we're all mad. We all got greatness in us. Some of us decide to be fighters. Some of us try fighting. Some of us, you know, we just got to find what works for you. And kind of circling back, would I do wrestling? I think I mean, I wouldn't mind giving it a try or two.
What would your persona be? What would your gimmick be?
I'm going to have to put on a mask like Rey Mysterio and
luchador type.
so I can hide my anxiety, put it on so no one knows it's me.
I think honestly, I think a lot of you guys could really do it, like really perform inside the ring, inside that square circle. I told Kent, because Kent really was a wrestling fan back in the day. And I was like, dog, like, why not do it? Like when you're done with the MMA, the thing that's paying your bills, why not keep a good, you know, it's good for, you're already fit, you know, like why not try it?
I would definitely, I'd be open to trying something like that. I mean, believe me, it's been a long time since I thought about that, but you bringing that up, that could be my next call. Also, people tell me I need to be a stand-up comedian too, but
you got some jokes written?
I got a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they're good, but
you don't know until you go to stand-up, right?
Yeah.
Go to the open mic.
Well, and that's the thing. I did security at Wise Guys before. I was like, man, I should put my name in there one time.
This guy's funny. I can get this guy.
Well, that's how it starts, you know. Yeah. And you know, what's the worst that can happen? No one laughs. It's okay. You just no one laughs in my bathroom when I try to tell jokes anyway.
Word. That's where you get a lot of laughs, is when nobody laughs. You're like, oh, that didn't hit.
Pin drop.
So you've done security, man. What's some wild shit that you've seen doing security? And do you still do security?
So I don't, because I've burned my boats. I'm fully committed to fighting right now. I fight, I train, I teach. That's it. I don't actually have a real job anymore. Yeah. Because I got fired for calling my coworker a little bitch. But hey, we'll get to that story a little bit later. It's hilarious.
What'd you call him a little bitch?
He was being a little bitch. He was throwing everyone under the bus. It was a serving job, and you know, different personalities. And he yelled at me for not cleaning out the garbage, something. And I had a big table, and I was like, my bad. That was my bad. Still acted passive aggressive afterwards and all that stuff, and then threw us all under the bus. And then I held my tongue for like 2-3 days. I didn't talk to him. And then he said something to me, and I said, don't talk to me. He's like, I don't understand why you talking to me in a couple of days. I was like, because you're a little bitch, dog. You threw us under the bus. And I told him, and then I knew by me saying something, because he was a sensitive guy, but he's cool. I mean, no ill will. Yeah. Like, it was just heat of the moment. I told him how I felt. Ended up getting suspended. I don't know if I got fired, but I just never went back. I was like, well, I did what I had to do. I did the serving job to kind of get out of my comfort zone, go up to talk to people, because I'm trying to elevate not only like myself, but I want to be able to talk to people, be able to get out of my comfort zone. And so I did a serving job for that, and it was a great job. I loved it. It was at Wingers. Shout out to Wingers on Redwood and 90th. Go there. They got some fire wings. I just don't work there no more.
The sticky wings are fire.
They are. But that's bad, because they are fire, and then
stay away from
your waistline gets all. So, it served its purpose. Like I said, I'm just constantly, now I'm getting older, I'm constantly trying to evolve, constantly trying to get better. And sometimes, for this case, I took a job, and it was fun. Got to work and talk to people, and I met cool people at that job too. So, everything has its purpose.
Yeah. So you obviously you lost the weight. You're about to fight again. To my knowledge, your last fight, was it Rubio?
Yeah, Rubio.
And that was what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Why such a long break between fights?
I don't know, man. I think, I lost, and it was all my fault. Rubio's a tough guy, and we actually trained together. He trains at Horn, but he comes to the pit and trains too, gets good work in. Great guy. I think I let myself down. Not taking anything from Rubio. Rubio's a great game opponent. I wanted to bang. I wanted to stand up. He was smart. He took me down, controlled me. Apparently, they gave me the third round because I was able to keep it on my feet a little bit more, so it was like 2-1. But I felt I lost that fight. It's my job to stop the takedown. It's my job to not allow him to control me. He could beat me, and that was my fault. And I think just afterwards, you can kind of put a lot of pressure on yourself. And then I just think I kind of, not like a bad depression, but just life going on, everything that's going on, and losing. Plus I got a team, and it's like they kind of look up to me too. So, it is what it is. But then I got to focus on, my team. A lot of my fighters, Jordan Gonzalez got a belt from Steel Fist. I mean, we got Talon, who just picked up a Fierce belt. So, I didn't disappear. I focused on more of them than myself.
You got guys that lose, right? Guys on your team that lose, right? So it's nothing new that you haven't experienced before. How do you take your own advice? Because exactly what you were saying to them, you need to take your own advice, right?
Exactly. And that's sometimes hard, is like, because I am a coach, and I know what needs to be done, and I tell people this all the time. Do what I say, don't do what I do. Do not fight like me. They're like, well, you do it. I'm like, I care about you guys. Well, don't you care about yourself? Well, yeah, I do, but I'm an entertainer, so I will lay it all on the line to make everyone happy, and that's just my personality. But I care about my teammates, and it is that kind of hard thing. So that's why now I'm working on practicing what I'm preaching. So when I go in there and I tell them to do things, now I'm doing it.
I was talking to Zach Partridge, and I was telling him about Judge, right? I was telling him about Rubio, and I was like, I wonder how mad or how disappointed Dom is that Rubio decides to stand up and bang in his last fight, but decides he wants to wrestle against you. Because the way he fought this last, I don't know if you watched it.
No, I did. I was there.
The way that he fought, I was like, that's how Dom wanted to fight, but that's not what happened.
Well, and it was smart, and and that's the thing. Your opponent, it changes, styles change. Rubio elevates, he works on things, He did what he had to do, and I'm glad he did that, because guess what? It makes me stronger. It makes me realize I got to work on my wrestling. I got to do this. I got to do that. And even when we train, he's still like just as strong and can hold me down. But, every once in a while I can get up and, we create scrambles and we make each other better. You know, iron sharpens iron.
But are you getting better? Because coming off of the loss of Rubio, you're not gonna be wrestling. You're gonna be standing up with bare knuckles. So
I still train MMA, even though I've been focusing a lot on boxing, pad work, hitting. But I still I'm gonna go spar after this, and everyone else can do whatever they want to me. I'm just gonna box. You know.
Gotcha.
So yes, I still am evolving. I'm still going to class, and it's nice because, you know, I've been working with Joe Bish. Mm-hmm. I've worked with Marco. He's held pads for me. So I'm working with different people to help elevate my boxing, my technique, because people know I'm a fighter. Mm-hmm. I'm down to fight. That's the thing. Like, the anxiety for the fight, I don't get anxiety for the fight. It's the prep. It's getting your weight in check. It's staying healthy. It's running every day. It's eating clean, like being disciplined on that. That is something I've been working on. On this camp, I felt that I'm leaner now than I was when I fought Rubio. And so I feel good, but it's fighting. You could do everything right, and it still could go the other person's way. Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with that. As long as I know I put everything into this camp and everything into my fight, I'm going to take us both out in the middle of the ocean. We're going to see who's going to drown. Yeah. And, you know.
So Friday, September 6th, BKFC, Maverick Center. Go get your tickets. How did this whole thing come about? How did this opportunity come about?
So they messaged me the first time they came around. You know, being me, I guess they asked me, like, who's a good local fighter? And I guess people were talking about me, talking me up. I declined it because I was heavier that time, and it wasn't something I was interested in. I was planning on fighting this year anyway. They offered it to me, and I said, yeah, I'll take it. It's still a fight to me. Still, it's even though it's bare knuckle, it's still a fight. I take all my fights the same pressure. It's a professional fight for me. And this guy, Kane Tomlinson, he's coming to take my head off. He's traveling. I think he's from Virginia or the East Coast. So he's not coming over here just to get a paycheck. I know he's going to try to knock me out because he knocked out his last opponent. And I'm here. I'm here to show him what these Rocky Mountain, Utah boys are like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you find out that you get the fight. It's your first bare knuckle fight. What's the prep between bare knuckle and if you're preparing for an MMA fight? Is it the same?
No, it's different, but fighting's fighting. So I've learned, and we'll kind of get back to the security question, the crazy things. I'm going to get back to that, but it's kind of weird. I don't want to put it too simplistic. It's like we're going into a street fight, but the person I'm street fighting knows how to fight. Yeah. So unlike at the club when people act crazy and they're like, and you can tell when people can't fight because after years of doing, you're going to pick it up. Yeah. With your son. Your son's going to be able to know, like, oh, this guy doesn't know how to fight, or this guy's holding his hands here, or he's like this, and it doesn't work out. So I know I'm fighting world champion. In my mind, I'm fighting Mike Perry. Mike Perry's, the champ. So that's who I'm going in mentally for. Not taking anything away from Kane. I know he's going to try to take my head off, and that's the name of the game. I'm ready for it. We're gonna bang. And the thing about bare knuckle, it's quick. It's really fast paced. 2-minute rounds. I'm used to 5-minute rounds where you can kind of pace and you can kind of dictate and do certain things. You could grapple a little bit. What's nice, BKFC, they do allow dirty boxing, which kind of clinch and hit in the clinch. But once you stop punching, then they'll break you up. Another thing, bare knuckles, easy to cut, so they will call it a lot quicker with cuts. Oh. So, just it's a fight, but they got certain rules, and I just got to abide by them rules and do my best. Just put your best foot forward. That's what I'm going to do.
The different rules for different organizations really threw me off, and it threw me off when I was talking to Zach Partridge because in Kent Mafaleo's fight, then PFL, Kent's known for his elbows. He didn't throw one elbow, and he couldn't throw them because it's against the rules. And I'm like, I didn't know that. I don't know the rules to PFL. I'm so used to the main, UFC, or any other organization that is one, you can do it in one. So to know that you have different rules in bare knuckle, does that change? Are you studying up on things? Do you know what's you can do and what you can't?
Yeah, I got a good understanding. But all course before our fights, they go over the rules meeting and everything. Been watching bare knuckle fights, and so, I don't want to say I know everything. I know all the rules, but if it comes up, I don't know something, I'll just ask when the time is right. But we're fighting. No elbows, no knees, no kicks. Don't raise my leg up. No double legs, no single legs. We just gonna stand and bang.
See, that's where I look at you guys, and I know you guys work on things in training, and some things are just second nature. If somebody grabs you, you're gonna move a certain way. If somebody throws a feint, you're gonna move a certain way. So that's why, like with bare knuckle, if a guy throws a certain punch and you see the body, and you're like, man, I could throw a kick right now. Like you can't do it. Nope. But reflex is a thing though.
Yeah.
As a fighter.
Yeah. Well, that's something I've really been working on. I mean, one thing I'm maybe a little worried is because like when I go like kind of like a Thai style, I'll lift my legs up so I can check kicks.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm even allowed to not lift my legs, but lift my feet up just a little bit, because I in one of my last amateur fight, my opponent kicked me and I checked it and it broke his leg. So,
damn.
Yeah.
Wolverine over here.
More like Deadpool, but yeah, sure.
Security. Let's get back to the security question. How long did you do security for?
Like a year and a half.
Yeah, how many different nightclubs you did?
So I did one. It was Echo and Karma.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a
Pierpont. I hate Pierpont. I hate Pierpont. I've hated Pierpont for the last 15 years. It is awful. It's garbage. I hate it. Nothing good ever comes off of Pierpont. Which reminds me, hey, if you want me to come at your nightclub, I will be there.
You will. But
man, I got a boot on my car at Pierpont. I literally was at Sandbar at the time. It was Sandbar.
The Sandbar.
DJ'd Sandbar, rocked the crowd, and then go out to my car, put my equipment, got a boot on my car. People were leaving the club. The DJ got a boot. I'm like, man, fuck Pierpont, man. Even though it was my fault. But crazy stories as a security guard.
Oh, man, I've seen so many fights. Off the top of my head, I was roaming around one night. There's an upstairs part on, at the time it's Gem now, but it was Echo and Karma. Mm-hmm. So on the Karma side, there was a little stairway. I'm walking around, kind of got to do my runs, I'm having a good time. I'm always smiling. That's the thing about me. Even as security, it was weird because I'd smile. I'd have a good time. And people were like, can he really fight? Oh, no, this guy's got a good person. He's like happy. I see a dude getting shoved down the stairs. There's a long stair set, so I catch him. And, he gets up and he runs up the stairs and he starts fighting the people that pushed him down the stairs. So I'm running up there. I'm like, all right, guys, no fighting. Stop, just trying to. Random person hauls off and punches me in the face. My head just turns around 3 times oh. And I said, motherfucker, did you just hit me? And so I went up and I gave him a 2-3-2, grabbed him by the head. I gave him a couple uppercuts. He tried to throw me down the stairs. Good thing I practiced MMA because I switched him, just like a wall switch, and I threw him down the stairs. I was nice. I held his hoodie, so he only went halfway down the stairs. And then I went down because he's on the stairway. I'm like, don't fucking hit me again. Threw him down the rest of the stairs, threw him out the door. I was done. Once he past that line, I'm good.
Yeah.
The dude that got pushed down the stairs comes busting through the door and boom, 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 and shut the dude off like he went to sleep. And then I was like, all right, you got yours. Cool. Go away,
Yeah.
Broke it up. And so that was one of the just brawls that just comes off the top of my head because there's me and the other guy and I wasn't even trying to fight anyone. I'm like, all right, guys, stop fighting. And then
as a security guard, was that it? Did you go back the next week?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
Did you ever think what if this guy comes back now? He knows where I work. I put hands on this dude.
So usually when I put hands on guys, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
Even when I've put hands on people, I'm like, dude, just get out of here. I was like, do you want to go to jail? You want to go home or you want to go to jail? And I'm just like, just go. I've plenty of people. I'm like, come back tomorrow. You're too drunk. I'll buy you a shot. You know, I try to, I don't want to humiliate people, because when people are humiliated, that's when they tend to come back with weapons and guns. You lose a fight, you're like, hey, man, let's keep it going, keep it moving. Was there always that worry? Yes. But most of the people that I dealt with were like really belligerent. Like, they probably don't even remember. They probably wake up with a black eye or something. Nice. You know, that's the risk of security, especially that Pierpont. It's crazy. If you're ever out there on a Friday, Saturday, Sky Bars across the street, and you got that.
It's a mixture of people.
And it's young, drunk people.
And then you got the Hilton, where you got people that are here for a conference that aren't even from here, and they go to the nightclub, and it's like,
they're, whoa. Yeah. They're like, wow, this is... So, I mean, I liked it, being sober at the club. It was fun, you know. Hot girls, you get to see people. I mean, I did security for Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert when they were playing for us, Jordan Clarkson. I think Jordan Clarkson saw me punch a dude, and and then I get down off stage, and then he's like this much taller than me, and then I still just punched him, and you know, it was like I didn't punch him just out of nowhere. Yeah. It's like there was a fight going on. He tries to hit, you know.
Do you think that people would try you just because you're not like the definition of what a security guard is?
Yes.
Usually they're like 6'5" polys.
Well, you know, it's funny.
Or black dudes.
The polys, like, because, you know, you bounce and you cool with polys. I grew up around polys, grew up in Glendale. So,
but I'm talking about the big ass poly security guards versus somebody like you that's shorter, and that the people might feel like they can try you rather than the other security guards.
Yes, I've gotten that. I've definitely gotten that. And because I smile even when I fight. I'm weird. Like, I'm like, okay, you really want this?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, please don't. And they're like, they mistake your kindness for weakness. I'm not tall. I'm like 5'6", 5'7". You know, I've been fat before at the security job. Now I'm a little leaner now, so they probably really think they could beat me up. But so yeah, I get that. But you know, that's just life. People underestimate people. That's why I don't underestimate people. I've seen guys outside of the club that were smaller than me knock people out cold, and I'm just like, ooh. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that.
You're like, hey, man, I run a training class. Come on out. I'll show you.
And then me, because I'm still a good guy, man. I see people get knocked down, and then people go for the soccer kicks. I've literally jumped in front of people's soccer kicks, and they stopped kicking because they recognized me, and they were like, I'm not going to kick you. You're cool. I'm like, all right, cool, man. I just don't want anyone to die out here, you know? Yeah. It's a struggle. And
were you there when that shooting happened inside the club?
No, I wasn't working at that time, but I know people that were there at that time. And
people don't realize somebody died on that dance floor.
Yeah, on the dance floor. Yeah.
That gives me chills right now, because it can happen at any time too.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But that's why I did like it. When I was working, they checked everyone. I mean, I'm sure people got stuff in, but most of the time, there was no guns in the club, no weapons. So it was nice because it was an even playing field as long as you're in the club. Afterwards, you know, that...
Yeah, as soon as that guy goes to his trunk.
Yeah, exactly. And across the street, there was that big parking lot. Yep. I remember they used to do after hours outside of the parking lot, have a DJ playing, and it was great. You know, it's fun, but as security, you just can't leave when you know that the ruckus is about ready to pop off. So you're just kind of stuck there.
I just don't think it's worth it. For as much as you get paid, it's not worth your life. No insurance, nothing like.
No. It's just quick buck. It was a good experience, you know. It was met cool people, met great people, great security. I can go downtown and there's still security guards that actually recognize me. And then maybe I don't have to wait in line, or, you know, I still tip. You make sure you take care of your security. Tip them hot waitresses, tip security, man. They're going to make sure you get to your car safe.
Word. All right, so we have the fight this Friday. You're ready.
I'm ready.
You're cutting weight.
Yes.
What are you fighting at? 155?
65.
65.
Yeah.
What did you fight at last time?
We fought at 80. It was a catch weight. He got a little. I think he got COVID before the fight, and so we kind of met at a catch weight. And even then, I was going to the club a little too much then because I won my fight, the second fight, got Rubio, and then going out too much. And that's no excuse. Rubio beat me.
Yeah.
I ain't drinking. I ain't going out. I did go out, but I'm not like drinking and doing the things to damage my body. When I go out, like I'm dancing, having a good time. I'm actually getting a little workout.
Yeah, it's exercise. Yeah.
But yeah, no drinking this time. I'm really focused, and especially because I'm older now. I get you can't fight forever. So I've been taking more precautions with my body, eating cleaner. Since Johan, been lifting weights consistently 3-4 times a week, going on hikes. I did snowbird 2 weeks ago, like 5 miles straight up to the tram, took the tram down. So I've been really just focusing on my overall health. That I think that's going to help me in the fight. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not Nostradamus, but I have a feeling that I'm going to put on a good show for you guys. I want to get my hand raised, but win, lose, or draw, as long as I can inspire your son, inspire anyone else, chase your dreams, man.
Yeah.
Chase your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. I am living my dream right now. I get a fight. I get a play fight for a living.
Yeah. You say chase your dreams. There's a lot of guys that are chasing their dreams here locally right now. I mean, we have guys that are on your show. Trevor's going to be there.
Yeah.
Mike Jones is going to be there. There's a
Jones.
few others.
Trained
right?
with him last night.
Yeah. So there's a lot of guys chasing their dreams. Kent just was on PFL.
Yeah.
Like a
big
lot.
levels. Like Julian was just on PFL. Mitch is fighting in the UFC. The UFC's coming here, and Alex Pereira's coming back. Dude, we're super blessed. Bradshaw, me and Bradshaw fought. He was my first professional fight, and it was a war. I ended up eking one out. If you're a Bradshaw fan, come watch him. He knocks people dead.
I was telling Zach.
I was just blessed that he didn't knock me dead.
I was telling Zach, I was like, why did it take BKFC so long to give him another fight? Because he knocked the dude out his last fight. He looked great his first debut in BKFC. I feel like they should get him out of Utah. Let him travel.
I would think so too, but
maybe they have offered him.
Maybe I don't know, but maybe it's like get those local boys that put more tickets in, and because people know Bradshaw, people know. I mean, God, who else is fighting? Mike Jones, dude, he hits really hard.
Hell yeah!
I think I got a black eye from him yesterday.
Did you guys spar yesterday?
Yeah, we didn't go like hard, but we went good enough. I have no problem helping anyone. Me and Mike Jones, we've actually trained before in the past a few times. So Mike's a great guy. Everyone's on. Hayden Brown's on this card. Zach used to be at Twilla MMA martial arts, and now he's out in Vegas. There's so many people on this card. It's nice. If you like any kind of local MMA, come watch BKFC, because I guarantee you there's at least 1 or 2 fighters that are fighting on this card. And we're gonna pack it. We're gonna fill it up. We're gonna have a great time. And the next night, I'm cornering one of my boys, Carson Newman, for the Fierce card. So grind don't stop, baby. So even though, because I was making a joke to him, it's like, because some of them, they've never seen me fight. They've never seen Skinny Dom before.
Oh.
Now they're like, damn, Dom, how do you lose weight? And I'm like, I'm an extremist. I'm either all the way in or all the way out. Yeah. That's why I need to stay in, so I can just.
That's cool that they get to see you get down.
I have to let them. I told them, I was like, well, I have to prove to you guys that coach actually knows what he's talking about, or at least coach is down enough to actually put it on the line. Because I asked them to do things. It's like, well, coach is going to do it too, and I love my life right now. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. Like I said, it's my desire to inspire. I'm glad I can help inspire your son. Mm-hmm. And I know there's people out there listening that, I caught the Ultimate Fighter season 1 I was on my own. I had my own house. I was paying rent. I actually split it, but most of the time my roommates were gone. I remember I was sitting, and The Ultimate Fighter came on, and I was like, wow. I was one of those guys that was calling people up, and then I was the biggest fan. For years, I watched it. I said, oh, man, I could have did that. But instead of being that person that said, oh, I could have did that or I can, I actually took the steps to do it. 7-8 years later, I'm fighting. I have decent records, 6-1 as an amateur, 2-1 as a pro. Not Mayweather undefeated, but if I died today, tomorrow, any day, I would be happy with my life, what I've accomplished, what I've done. And I have a great daughter. My daughter is like, I love her so much. She's in high school. I have a 15-year-old. She's going to be 16. She's super smart. And the way she holds herself as a person, believe me, I don't want to die, but if I did, I knew she would be able to handle herself. And that's one thing I am really proud of is my daughter. Hopefully she doesn't hear this because she'll get all, but I love her so much. And like, she lives with me, I guess single dad or whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
But like, she really, like, I've told her, because I didn't graduate high school. I told her, you graduate high school, all expense paid trip to Japan. She's in anime. She's in Japanese. That's where she wants to go. So I'm like, I will take you there. And I know a couple people that like go there, and, I can go train and have a good time, but I want to make sure that she knows that she puts in hard work. She dedicates herself. There's going to be a reward. And the reward is Dad going to have to take a couple punches to the face to pay for her Japan trip, but I don't care. I'll do that for my daughter. I love her a lot, so.
That's what dads do, right?
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on Utah MMA, where we are? We talked about these guys that have been on the big stage, but even these amateurs. You talked about your teammate, Talon, which is one of my favorite amateurs right now.
Yeah, I call him Captain America. Just shredded.
Dude, he looked phenomenal his last fight.
Dude. And
so good.
So good. And ever improving. He's 21, 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Talon, I forgot your
younger.
exact age. Perfect age. He's an athlete, humble, always willing to learn. He puts in hard work. And the main thing is, like, my team, like, they understand being humble and you just got to work. And nice thing, I'm taking notes from my younger generation of fighters coming up, what I need to apply, because I'm telling them to do things, but I'm also like, well, I'll take a little page out of his book to make myself better. We have Jordan Gonzalez. we have Kevin Guo. I got a young fighter. He trains out of the pit too, but I took him from like a street fighter, Chris Carrillo. We got Mike, we got Noah, Carson, we got Madeline. We got people that come from other gyms just to come and train with us every once in a while. And so I'm super blessed to have the people in my life right now. And I'm glad that I can bring something to help them. I'm not the best coach. I'm not the best at anything. I just bring my heart, I bring my passion, I bring my enthusiasm. And, I just want my people, my folks, I want everyone in Utah to do good. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. I would prefer to fight out of state people now, just because I've been in here so long, fought locals. I would like to fight more out of people because I want everyone in Utah to win. Yeah. I want everyone to win anyway, but 801 versus everyone.
Exactly.
That's the way we got to be, man. Yeah. And I'm just thankful for everything, and I'm proud of Kent getting the PFL. I'm proud of Julian. Like I say, and here's the thing. Did it go the way that we wanted it to? No, but we're there. Mm-hmm. You're there. We all have losses, but guess what? It's on a big stage, but you're there. You're there, and you guys are going to shine. I know Kent's going to fucking kill it. I know Julian's going to come back. He's going to fucking kill it. And I love all my peoples. Clay Collard, he lost the last one too, but he's there. Mm-hmm. These are people, and we're all going to get better. And the fact that we have a light on us, it's great because we haven't had a light on us since Michael Jordan took our NBA title from us in 98.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that was Jordan, though. Like, what are you going to do?
You
The
know
greatest of all time.
I'm the hardest Jazz fan. I'm loyal to the soil. Game, recognized game.
Yeah.
Jordan was the best. Kobe did it to us, too.
Yeah.
So we got the two best.
Kobe dropped 81 and then jetted. He was gone. He retired.
He deserved it. He deserved it, though. I'm a Jazz fan. Laker fans used to bug the shit out of me, but they're winners. They won. They get to brag all they want. We didn't win, but I can, especially, unfortunately, he passed away.
Yeah.
That actually upset me. Me being a Jazz fan, I was like devastated. I was like, damn.
You know what upset me about that?
Greatness.
And I did shed a tear about it, is that it was on a Sunday. It was like a Sunday morning. It was like late morning. It was like 11 or 12. And we get the news and it's all over. And it's wild. It's like, what? Kobe died? What? With his daughter?
Yeah.
What the hell?
And a team, and like, it's like, as a dad, like, you feel, and like, yeah, man. And that's how life goes, unfortunately. And it's.
One thing that made me realize, though, is that I hated the Lakers so bad that I didn't appreciate Kobe. I didn't appreciate Kobe until he was gone. And I was like, then I gave him his roses. I'm like, Kobe was the man.
I think before he died, I was starting to get more, but kind of the same thing, But game recognized game, same thing. I should be more mad at Jordan because we were closer with our team, but, the greatness. And the thing is, you can take lessons from Jordan. You can take lessons from Kobe. When I'm a fighter, you can take those lessons of discipline, and especially in camps. It's kind of weird that we take fight camps and, you'll take 2 months, 6 weeks to get ready for a fight, discipline and things like that. But sometimes it's outside of camp where you are getting better. I mean, I've been to Vegas this year, whole lot. But every time I've gone to Vegas, it hasn't necessarily been to party, or it's been actually, I've been going out to train at Extreme Couture. I've actually been to the UFC PI with Mitch. He got me in there and we trained. So I'm going to better myself. It's not just a party thing. Vegas is fun. It's expensive. But if I go out there to actually train and get better, because even though I may not apply it in my fight, I can apply it, or I can teach something. Every time I come back from a different gym or do something, I can show someone something that will help them. Because as I say, you're the artist. I'm just showing you how to paint. I'm giving you the tools. When you're in there, you put your tools together. You paint your painting. Okay? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm going to tell you basics. I'm going to tell you what I expect from you. But I want you to paint your painting. You're the artist.
Do you feel like Utah athletes have to leave Utah to make it?
I think it will help. I think because, that's hard to say. Court's been here, but Court kind of went to Cali, trained with like Jake Shields, and like people do move around. I think it is something that does need, you can't be stagnant. I think moving around will definitely help because everyone got different experiences. So not necessarily you got to move and leave, but maybe leave for a few weeks or a few days out of the month and go train at a different gym. I strongly encourage that. I would. Like me, I'm going to Thailand. I had it set for this year, took the fight and everything, so plan on fighting again this year. So I am going to go to Thailand. I might have to push it off until the beginning of next year. But, yeah, I'm going there to train. I'm going there to learn more Muay Thai, just get better in my overall game, striking. But they got good MMA camps out there. I mean, you got great camps in Florida. You got camps in California, Nevada. I mean, go to Dagestan, let Khabib
wrestle with those guys out there.
Well, we're blessed when PFL came. We actually had some Dagestanis come through, the Pitbull brothers.
Really?
Oh, yeah, dude. I was so blessed. I got to be able to train and do sparring and just see how higher level guys train. Henry Cejudo came through. there was a lot of great people that just came through, and they came to us because the fight was here. So we didn't have to go travel. They actually came to the gym because Ramsey knows a lot of people. A lot of people know him from UFC, so they were like, hey, well, we need a gym. And so they came, and it was nice to be able to pick the brains. Like when Alex came last time, Alex was at our gym the whole time. Like, I got to hang out with him, Glover, his whole team. Like, dude, they are awesome.
Did you get to feel his power?
No. So I didn't spar with him. I got to see him hit pads. I seen it firsthand. But I understand he's the world champion. My whole thing was if he wanted to spar and hit me, I would totally be down. Yeah. But, if not, that's okay. My main thing was to make sure he didn't get injured. Like, so when people, because, you're on a mat, it's like magnets. It doesn't matter how big the mat is, people tend to get together. So anytime people would get close, I'd kind of be in between. And I think he noticed that. I think, like, his manager or someone told me, he's like, he likes that. And I was like, well, I'm not trying to get you injured. You're fighting for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not trying to have you get injured at this. I want you to perform. So whatever my role is to help them, I'll do. That's kind of my thing. It's like, he's not coming here to fight me. He doesn't even know who I am. In fact, when he saw me, I was fat. And I remember. But then I started moving. He's like, people were like, how does this big boy move like that? It's just, years of practice.
I just love the allure of Alex Pereira right now.
He's the coolest.
Like, it's such a cool, and doesn't know English. Like,
he knows fighting.
Exactly.
He doesn't speak. He just knows fighting.
Is he like that in person?
So in the beginning, just like how you see, closer to the cam, he warms up a little bit. I don't want to say like we're like, hey, yo, what up, baby?
Yeah.
Like I was like, go up to him like, he'd be like, back.
I just want to know what he listens to. Is he listening to hip hop? What is he listening to?
So we listen to hip hop. I don't know what he listens to specifically, but everyone loves hip hop. Everyone loves rap. But I don't know.
Is there some Brazilian artists out there that we don't know about that's just super fire? Like I just need to see.
I think I need to ask him when he comes out again.
Yeah, you need to brush up on your Portuguese.
I need to brush up on my Spanish first.
Yeah, they too, right? You're not the only one that doesn't know Spanish around here.
Hey, it's all good.
So, UFC 307's coming in October. I think it's October 5th. So obviously when this was announced, I don't know if you've seen as many comments as I did, but a lot of people were disappointed in the card. Now, for me, I was stoked. I mean, Alex, we get Roundtree, who is one of my favorite fighters to watch fight, and I think it's a perfect matchup. It's going to be on the feet the whole time. It's going to be electric.
And then you got the ladies fighting for their title.
And then you got Sterling.
Yeah,
like you have the legend Jose Aldo is going to be here. Like a lot of great fights, and you see people, I don't know if it's casuals or whatever, saying, this is crap, blah, blah, blah. They also said the same thing when they heard Edwards was coming here.
Yeah. And
then look what happened.
Exactly.
Salt Lake City went down in history.
Exactly.
So what's your thoughts on 307?
You can't judge a card until it's done. That's the thing. MMA math never adds up. It is always crazy. So just be grateful for the fights that we get, because I remember for years UFC wouldn't even touch Utah. Now that we're getting like big pay-per-views, Alex Pereira here, we're getting title fights. We're not getting fight nights anymore. So that's what I like. We have the opportunity now. Are all of them going to be bangers? All of them going to knock them out of the park? No. But I think with what the card I've seen, it looks great to me. Now, I think people are complaining about ticket prices. Of course, ticket prices are going to be.
Hell yeah.
Because it's the event of the night. It's when that last one, that show was crazy.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, the celebrities, the local, even out-of-state celebrities that came out, it's a big deal. And I'm blessed that Utah, we get this. What do you want the opposite? Do you guys not want them to come? No, I want them to come, because guess what? It shines the light on all of us. People that normally wouldn't get to see your podcast, like, you know what? No, we might need to get some UFC fighters to really get this to blow up. But, that's the nice thing, man. Shine the light on us, because we are Utah. A lot of people think it's boring. It just depends on what your definition of boring is. Like, if you think hiking's boring or going out and, enjoying the outdoors, yeah, maybe this isn't for you. We do have a nightlife. We're starting to get good restaurants. We have musical artists. I mean, the art downtown. I mean, we're definitely being more diverse. I mean, a lot more color in Utah than it used to be.
Well, at least in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
I can't speak outside of Salt Lake, but definitely within the valley.
Valley, exactly. Now, once we get a little bit past that, but up in Ogden, we got color too. But I'm liking what Utah is becoming. We're more progressive. I'm getting older, but I like that we're becoming more of a younger city.
Yeah.
I mean, I see, like, what I like seeing is, like, the farmers markets, the amount of people that go and just have a good time. I mean, it's great. And I'm blessed to live here. I'm blessed to grow up here. Because people are, they're like, Utah?
Yeah,
exactly. What's there? I'm like, well, my 8 wives.
They have this old vision of what Utah is, and it's weird. It's super weird. But Dom, I know you gotta go train. We're at 4:30 right now. Do we have a couple minutes?
Yeah, we got a couple more minutes.
I do the segment called Questions.
Are you sick of podcasts that just interview people with the same questions and gossiping nonsense?
Are you tired of hearing about what's wrong with the world? Can you locate your nearest orphanage?
Who cooked the Last Supper?
R.I.P. Mr. Potato Head.
Seppuku Harakiri.
Where is Mavis Beacon?
This is Hos.
And this is host Beefy.
Listen to the Beans and Rice podcast.
Exclusively in Braille and all streaming platforms.
Patent pending.
No pukesters helping me to the left, and no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now.
You are the ex-champion Holden.
Now this is the way, Tony and David, that you do the figure 4 leg lock.
Do you love wrestling?
Do you believe that Stone Cold Steve Austin is the greatest entertainer of all time?
Or maybe that Shawn Michaels is the sexiest man alive?
Or did you have a thing for Sonny from the years of 1994 to 1996 like I did?
Did you know Yokozuna isn't even Japanese?
If you could count the number of dimples on Rikishi's ass, this podcast is for you.
Follow us, the Figure 4 Podcast on Instagram, at Figure 4 Podcast. And check us out on YouTube.
Do it.
Tell your punk friends about us.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, you're probably listening to the Unrestricted Podcast with Dre Rawka.
We are?
No, they are.
Yeah, oh, right.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the real Ruby. You can catch me and Fonzie and the Big Jimmy, Funk, G Daddy Funk on Lake Talk 801 Podcast.
Yeah, but I think you have to come in more smoother, more funnier. Like, yeah, they could catch us on the Lake Talk 801 Podcast.
Yeah, y'all can catch us on the Lake Talk 801.
Yeah, and be like, and yeah, man, hey, and they could catch people like me, the real Ruby, and people like you, Fonzie, and people like him, G Daddy Funk, on the Lake Talk 801. Who cares?
What did he say?
Huh?
I didn't hear him.
I don't know, but this probably should be the ad.
Are these on? I don't know. Catch a new episode every Monday on all streaming platforms. The Lake Talk 801. Tune in now.
Yes. All right. Now, Questions is powered by the good folks over at a bar named Sue, 8136 South State Street. Go check them out live pay-per-view for UFC. We also have football. It's football season, so football. Come on out, abarnamedSue.com for more information. Now, I have questions, and honestly, I got all 3 questions from the same person, and I think that they're good questions. So, shout out to my man, Aiden. Question number 1. What makes you choose bare knuckle over glove fighting? Paycheck. Opportunity, too.
Opportunity. A lot of people are going to see because not only they stream it, but it's on Fubo. I forgot that. And Fox Sports Net. There's a couple, like people get to see bare knuckle. So it's going to be opportunity. They're taking care of me. And, that helps. That just makes me want to put on a better performance, good show, because I want to try to. I don't know if they offer it, but I'm hoping we can get like a knockout night bonus or fight night bonus.
Well, you think too, with the big organization like BKFC, if you put on a show, those things can go viral.
Yeah, and I can be on ESPN, and and not only that, then my state's here. Like we're getting, and then couple months, couple weeks, maybe they're like, hey, we need a short notice. We'll take care of you, and you know, it's bare knuckle, so of course pros and cons. I love MMA too. It's nice to have gloves. Yeah. It's nice to be able to grapple and kick a little bit, but you know, I think I'm just a fighter, so whatever's on my plate. If BKFC hits me up first, or Fierce or LFA or PFL, you know, I'm down to sample everything.
He's down to fight. Do you have your walkout song?
I do.
Do you want to say what you're gonna walk out to?
It's gonna be Nipsey Hussle, Hustle and Motivate.
Okay.
Yep.
I know you came out to last time I checked. So you come out to Nip.
I love Nip. Nip is so awesome. It sucks that we lost him over some dumb shit, but you know, Nip is very inspiring. I like his music. I like Larry June. I mean, there's a lot of people I like, but I figured just the seriousness of it, we being here from the West Coast, we Utah, you know, we here in the West. I got to ride with something that is, when I walk out, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, this is Dom.
Yeah.
Because last time that I checked, everyone was like, yeah, this is a Dom song.
Oh,
and, and like I was amped for that one. So yeah, that's what I mean, if they allow it, I assume that they'll allow that, but yeah, Nipsey will be probably my walkout song.
Hell yeah. All right, next question. Do you feel more confident with no gloves?
I don't care either way. It's
a fight.
I took the fight. I know what can happen. I'm preparing for the worst, hoping for the best, and in between, that's where we're going to find it.
Is it just tape?
So they will tape up to here. So it is like knuckle like that, and I think you have an option if you want to wrap your thumb or whatever, but they'll wrap it. And I think I'm blue corner. And so I'll have blue wraps, and then I think they cut off like about right here, if you can see it, guys.
So you literally are bare knuckle.
It's literally your knuckle.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So.
Sheesh. All right.
That's what I know I signed up for. I know what it is.
All right. Does bare knuckle give you more of a sense of security when fighting?
They are a big organization. I haven't fought for them yet, so I can't really speak. But from what I've seen, it's a big organization. They're taking care of me the financial ways, and of course, you know, I'm selling tickets. You know, to let you know that's how we eat when we sell tickets. We, you know, they cut us in on a little percentage. It's not big or anything, but it's nice because it allows us to be able to eat and go out to eat or go do something after the fight, after putting on a show for you guys. So I'm liking what I'm getting from them right now, but I know every organization is different. So we'll see how it goes. But I mean, they've been great. They've been very transparent. I got all my medicals and everything done. So as long as I put on a show, I'm going to make sure everyone's happy there.
When's the official weigh-in? Is it on Thursday?
It's on Thursday, and it's nice because I got something sent earlier. We actually get to do early weigh-ins.
Oh, nice.
So like from 12 to 3 or something. So instead of waiting until 6 p.m. like we normally do with the locals, we are able to do it a little bit earlier, which I like because then it's just going to give us more hydration time. Because I'm not going to go pig out and eat afterwards. I'm going to hydrate. I'm going to eat clean still because the food that I'm going to eat after weigh-ins is the fuel I'm going to use the next day. So I'm going to just keep it good, keep it clean. I'm not going to gain 50 pounds right back after the weigh-in.
What is the meal after the fight? Like, do you always go to the same meal after a fight?
I've been going to the same place for a while now. If it's around, I go to Longhorn Steakhouse. Get steak, some chicken, salad, sweet potato, a lot of water, and some vegetables. So I'm just kind of covering all bases. Now, depending on how hungry I am, I can kill it all, but I try not to. Because after you dehydrate yourself, you want to sip water, maybe get some watermelon in you, kind of get your digestive system working again, get some nutrients in you, hydrate, eat some soft, like I said, like watermelon, things like that, and then get into solid foods. That's what you're supposed to do. Everyone's different. I remember Scott, the athletic commission director, after I weighed in for Mitch, he's like, don't pound that. grabbed the Powerade, and I was like, as soon as it touched my lips, I was like, felt so sick afterwards. And like, you know, Mitch had to weigh in. I'm still trying to hold a face. I'm just like,
my
stomach. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And you don't want to show that in front of an opponent. Yeah. Mitch is my boy now, but at that time, you know, I knew him, but I didn't know him like that. So, you know, you don't want to show weakness, and it's like, oh man, I should have listened. I'm gonna throw up. So that is my go-to meal, is a steak and some good vegetables, good carbs, something like that. I'm not gonna go to McDonald's.
Damn. See, that's why I've been good for about 2-3 weeks now. Clean, you know, my own food, you know, clean, eating on the treadmill, you know what I mean, in the gym.
I'm seeing it. I'm loving it.
And you know, I'm on the decline as far as weight goes, feeling good. What are you currently cooking your own food? Or are you doing like a clean food service?
Most of the time I cook my food. Because it's hard to go out to eat. Because, like, I'm always running. I'm running around constantly. If I get a chance to go home and take a nap for, like, an hour or two, I'll take it. So, drive-thrus are, you know, they're very convenient. But the food isn't very convenient. It's not good for you. So, I've been cooking steaks. I've been grilling up steaks. I've been, like, eating, like, vegetables and sweet potatoes and things like that. There are a couple places I can go to, like Mo Betta's, like when it's not super close into camp, you know, right? It's meat and rice and, you know, cabbage. Stay away from the max out. It's good. I like it. But good. I'm like, nope, leave it off.
But isn't rice bad for you too?
Well, rice is a carb, you know. I mean, you use it for energy. And you just don't want to fill up on a whole bunch of rice.
So if you ain't working out that day, stay away from the rice?
Yeah. I mean, just listen, you know, everything within moderation. Gotcha. And that's what I'm learning as well is, you know, maybe save the indulgent meal for once a week. You busted ass all week. Say you did a crazy leg day that day or the day before. You earn your meal. And that's what I'm trying to do too. If I do kind of overindulge or I go out and drink on a Saturday, and because you know what happens when you drink,
you want to eat.
You always want to eat. Yeah. And what's open late?
Betos. That cardio.
I mean, man. You know what? Now at least Raising Cane's is kind of open late too. But you know, it's not exactly the best food for you, and that's just what happens. So I'm trying to, like, since I've been working out, I'm trying to use my food as the fuel for my workout, so I feel good. Because I do notice after I eat clean, I'm good clean, and then you go and have one of those meals that are not good for you, you don't feel too good the next day. I mean, so it's like, well, what are we doing this for? And not saying that you have to live a perfect life and, you know, eat clean all the time, but, you know, once you get your results, when we get you your abs, because I have a little bit of abs right now. I'm actually proud of myself. Been checking myself out in the mirror a little bit. But, you know, let's earn meals. It's like, that's something I've heard about. It's like you earn those meals. And, you know, eating clean, man, you can eat clean and still eat good. Like, grill up some steaks, grill up some carne asada. Maybe not as many tortillas, but, you know, lettuce wrap it and then put that guacamole and salsa. It can still taste good. I'm Mexican. I love the tortillas. I miss pasta. But those things, if you eat too much of it, that's what will weigh you down. So, I mean, if you're going to have a nice pasta meal, maybe it's like, okay, I'm going to eat pasta tonight, but now I'm going to go do hard leg workout tomorrow, and I'm going to use all that, the carbs, and I'm going to use all that energy to get it out of my system. So you can still enjoy it and then work it off.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of work. The weight loss journey is a work. You're going to be working on Friday.
I'm proud of you, though.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Friday is the day. BKFC. Is this a numbered BKFC?
You know, let me tell you exactly the number.
Do they number them?
Yeah, they do.
Who's the headless? 2 chicks, right?
Yeah.
One's the champ. I see the one chick with the dreads.
She was here. She was on the card last time, and dude, she killed it. Dude, she is ferocious.
It's a beast, son.
Yeah, she is so bad. Yeah. So, and the thing is, it's nice because a lot of local guys are on it, so it works out really well for everyone.
The cool thing too is that you've already made the Maverick walk.
Yeah.
You're familiar with the Maverick Center.
I love the Maverick Center.
Yeah.
It's nice and big, and, it's nice. I really like it out there a lot. So the number 65, BKFC 65, Salt Lake City, Utah. Friday, September 6th. Get your tickets now. If you're going to buy tickets and you want me to get some credit, when you do the little lookup thing, put Salas, Salas. I get credit. But if you see a fighter on there that you like, put them down. Get them some credit too. We all like the little ticket sales, a little extra little something.
Yeah, definitely. You got sponsors for this fight?
I do. I've been blessed. I got a couple sponsors for this fight. Go ahead, pull them up. First off, I'm always going to shout out the Pit SLC. That's my gym. That's where I teach. I teach Wednesday nights, teach in the mornings as well. So, of course, always the Pit. Sugar Splash. Shout out to Shane, owner of Sugar Splash, for taking a risk on me and taking care of me. We got Modern Edge Custom
Hold on. Back up. What's Sugar Splash? What is that?
So, it is... they have a great product. It's called 9 Pines. You can drink it, and it's like eating 9 pineapples, so it makes you sweet.
Okay.
So it's going to be perfect.
Oh, okay,
If you got a girlfriend, a sneak a link, maybe you're trying to spice things up with wifey.
Well, Sugar Splash, if you're looking to sponsor a podcast.
And it works. It works both ways. So your girl could take it.
She tastes good.
She tastes good.
Okay.
We take it. We can taste good. So it's some good things. And shout out to Shane. Shout out to the whole team out there. They got a great group.
Is this a local company?
Yeah, it's a local company, and then they're doing big things. So make sure if you're into that, hey, you won't be disappointed. I'm telling you that. Another one. This guy actually reached out to me my first pro fight. He saw me and Bradshaw fight at the Maverick Center. Modern Edge Custom Cabinets does great high-quality cabinetry work. Anything you need done in a home, high-end, they are, like, really good. So you look out for them. FST Filtration, they're a sponsor of the Fierce Events, great filtration company. We have Natty Daddy. Nope, didn't get that one. Natty Addy, a supplement company.
Daddy's totally different.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna love that too. That's gonna be like rewound. He's like, man, you didn't even get it right. Natty Addy. Yes, a supplement. It helps with cognitive function, gives you energy, things like that. I'm liking that. We have Elevated Super Water. You've seen them at, fierce fights. You also seen them at still fist fights. Great. The cans of water taste great. I love it because I can have cold water from a can, stays cold. Really convenient. Tastes great too. All Sports mouth guards right over there in West Jordan. They've hooked me up with a couple of mouthpieces, custom fitted to your mouth. You go in there. They've put a mold in your mouth, and they give you the custom mouthpiece you're looking for. If you guys are looking for a mouthpiece, go check them out. Let them know that, I referred you. They'll give you a discount off a mouthpiece. I think it's like normally like $150 or $1 something. It's like under $100. But when you spend that kind of money on a mouthpiece, you don't lose them.
Exactly.
And you spend $5 and throw them away all the time. With this, they give you a case, and it's really good work. Like when I have it in, it doesn't fall out. Like I could have it in right now and be talking. I'd be sounding a little weird, but
yeah. What design you getting?
So I'm probably just gonna use the ones I have. He's making me one right now. It's gonna say Mad Doc, MADDOC. That's my middle name. Yeah. That's my T-shirt company. That's my brand. But I'm probably just gonna go with the American and Mexican flag because I'm Mexican.
Dope.
I'm half Mexican American.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna probably go that one.
Dope.
So yeah, it's great. And the dude is so cool. He's a big fight fan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've gone to get my mouthpiece and I've gone just chopped it up with him. He's had fights going on there. So great group of people, great folks and over there. And like I said, if you need a mouthpiece, just check them out. It's nice to have something because you got to protect these. You know? You don't want to get them all knocked out. a new sponsor. I've known him for years. Sauced Up Salsa. Hey, shout out,
man, George.
Dude, George is the man. Great salsa. Want to make sure I gave him a big shout out because we've talked before, but I just want to make sure I gave him a shout out before I got on here. Got it all confirmed. So shout outs to him. Another man chasing his dream, entrepreneur, just going out there and making things happen.
Mexican too.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
And I'm glad. See, you get to meet people and entrepreneurs and motivated people.
What you can do is you could put the pineapple. What was it? Splash fruit. What was it? Sweet. What is it?
9 pines.
9 pines.
Sugar
you could
splash
put inside the pineapple salsa.
Oh,
and make it a whole night.
We're gonna have it a whole night.
There you go.
And then Ninth Skateboards. So my homie Art owns a skateboard company. Ninth, I grew up on, in Glendale, Ninth West. Everyone knows Ninth West. And so Ninth Skateboard, shout out to all my peoples there. And more importantly, shout out my man Dre. Dre Rawka. Man,
I love it.
I love this. Dude, this is my first time doing this podcast. This podcast is dope. I like this. I like the free range. And dude, you're doing your thing. I am proud of you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
I'm proud of you with your weight.
Likewise.
Proud of you with your weight loss. I'm proud of you being a dad, being a hardworking DJ. You've been at this for years, man.
Forever.
And we got to make sure, buy them shirts, man. We got to make sure we keep him doing this, keep him happy.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. A lot of sponsors. I'm glad to see that. Like, you got a lot of support there, man. That's dope.
I mean, it's sometimes hard to go out and get sponsors to ask people for money to be like, can I have some money and I'll rep your brand and hopefully it turns into sales for you and it's worth it. But for them to even help me a little bit, I am eternally grateful. And all my old sponsors, not even like sponsors right now, anyone that has ever helped me in the past, my goal is once I get to the UFC and making Conor McGregor money, I'm going to make sure everyone is appreciated one way or another.
Yeah, of course.
And it's hard being a fighter. It's hard out here, let alone to have a job and own a company and then see something in someone to invest time or money, because them giving me money allows me to free up my time where I don't have to work. I can take care of bills and I can go train. And so I'm grateful for everyone. Thank you all. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for having faith in me. And that's why I tell you, I'm going to put on a show for you guys. Win, lose, or draw, you go see me. I'm going to put on a show. No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care if I'm dead in there. If I can still cognitively move forward, I'm going to do it. And that's why I promise with you guys. It's all heart. It's all gas, no brakes.
Friday. Yes, Friday, September 6th at the Maverick Center, BKFC 65. Go get Dom's tickets. Go click on his little link. Support him. Where can we follow you, though? What's the socials?
Social media, it's Dominico 801. DOMINICO 801. I put the 801 there because, it's 801 over everybody. I got a TikTok. I got Instagram. I got Facebook. I got all that stuff. Most people, I probably post the most to Instagram stories. Try not to blow up people's feeds too much.
Yeah.
But this fight camp, I've been posting a lot more than normal.
I say do it, bro. Here's one thing is that who's going to promote you?
Yeah, exactly.
You have to promote you.
I have to love myself more than anybody else.
At the end of the day, the people that get sick and tired of seeing you, they're not going to buy a ticket anyway.
Good point.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. Just keep promoting. Find new ways to promote. This is one of them. You know what I mean? Keep on doing it. And at the same time, you're building value for your sponsors. You know what I mean? It's not just a social post. Now we just talked about a whole line of sponsorships, man. We had cool dialogue about these sponsors, so keep doing it. Don't get discouraged. Keep posting these daily things. Because at the end of the day, bro, you, as much as you have a team and everything like that, but it's all on you.
It is. Thank you, brother. And I'm going to make sure if you guys haven't seen it, I do morning motivational, sometimes late night motivationals where I just get on there and I just let my heart speak. And mainly, you'll hear it. I'll be like, woo! Good morning, you sexy motherfuckers. It's your boy, Dominico. And I just want to motivate you guys. Go out, chase your dreams, write your goals down, and do what makes you happy. And that's my whole story, man. Like I said, I came from nothing. I grew up on food stamps. I remember being a kid, kind of going back to the kid, 6 months, no power, no hot water. So people don't think there's hoods in Utah. There's hoods everywhere in this United States, in this whole world. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't want to stay there my whole life. I want to inspire people. You can get anything you want out of life. Write it down, visualize it, but more importantly, put in that hard work. Because if you don't, it's just a dream if you're not putting some action towards it. And, dude, we are both living examples of when you follow a dream, great things happen. Great people come into your life. And, you may not even know it. You may be inspiring someone you may never meet. Mm-hmm. And then someday they'll be like, because it's happened to me at fights. I told some fighter that I didn't know after his fight, I told him to do this, do that. People come up to me and I still get weird. I'm like, it may not look like it, but yeah, I get anxiety like anyone else. I can either be like, yeah, or I can be like, oh, I don't want to talk to anyone. So just live your life. Like you said, don't listen to other people. Post. I'm going to take your advice just like I'm giving you guys advice. And we're going to keep this rolling. We're going to keep this world turning, and we're going to live our best lives, right?
Hell yeah.
My brother.
All right, Dom. Let's get you out of here, man. You got to go train.
I know. They're going to be mad.
Friday night, go get your tickets, BKFC. I'm sure it's BKFC.com. Go get your tickets. Have the day you deserve. Always protect your light. We're out. Peace.
Yeah,
so what, 3 gallons of water a day?
2 gallons of water for the next 3 days. Right now I'm on a 72-hour water fast.
Holy moly guacamole.
Yeah, so it's not that bad though. Like everyone, it sounds worse than it is. Shut up, phone.
Was that hey, I got an interview with Dre.
Yeah, got to make sure it can't be late. Can't be late for my man.
Dre be calling out everybody like Zeke.
I'm not. I try not to be. I respect people's time. I'm not saying they don't. But dude, I went to try to get my hair cut, and then he was like, "Dude, I have someone." I was like, "Dude, I can't. I gotta go."
Yeah.
I was like, "I can't leave this man hanging. This is my man."
Hold on. So you didn't have an appointment? That's your fault if you didn't have an appointment.
No, but I hit him up earlier. I was like, let me slide through about 1:30. It was a couple minutes late, but you already had someone in the chair. And they said I had someone at 2.
I like how you just fumbled over it. I was a couple minutes late.
Oh, I mean, shit happens, man. I was tired, man.